to groceries.
Lucy's 26. Lucy's boyfriend masturbates with stuff you can find in the fridge, right?
Lucy?
Yes.
Okay.
And how did you find this out?
A friend of his told me, and I did confront him, and, you know, he had no problem telling me.
That he has done this
guy.
He had done this on one occasion?
No, I think he does it pretty often.
Regularly.
You know, I don't know. I'm worried about him doing other weird things. You know, I've heard that he has dated younger girls, like 13, 14.
Wait, what?
He's gone out with younger girls.
Right.
He's cheating on you, in other words. With
No,
underage.
No. I'm saying he has
Before.
dated 13 and 14-year-olds. At the age of
Before.
26, he dated 13 and 14-year-olds?
Yes.
Okay.
That sounds like a loser, man. Like yeah.
Let's just go over the checklist here. He's
Masturbates with peanut butter and meat.
He's right. He's dating
preteens.
Preteens.
I'd say those are two big red flags that you're dating a loser.
Note to self. Break up with 13-year-old. Reschedule Isabella Rossellini. And buy more peanut butter. Extra chunky. Friday on Loveline, get to know Mark McGrath. He's the lead singer from Sugar Ray, and he's totally ripped off my whole bizarre white spot in the hair look. Yeah, move it over a few inches, that's original. Duh. Whew. One more break, and then it's time for our soup of the day. In just a moment, she's not particularly fond of men folks, so why is she marrying one?
You hug him,
I hug him, yeah.
but you still think men are contaminated?
Hi, I'm John, the misguided Henson. Peggy isn't obsessive-compulsive. Something about the male gender makes her extremely uneasy. She doesn't like men touching her, or talking to her, or even getting near her. So why is she thinking about marriage? On this Lisa highlight, Peggy speculates about the future.
This boyfriend does live near me, and he actually proposed to me.
You're kidding.
No.
Now, what's so special about him, and why would you be able to have a relationship with him since he's a man and everything?
Well,
I don't mean to make fun of this at all, but, you know, seriously, you wouldn't even you wouldn't even sit in a chair where a man had sat before.
right. Well, I'm still celibate, but I'm very comfortable with it. But well, this is an older gentleman, and he doesn't seem to that doesn't seem to be important to him.
How old is he?
In his 70s. At first I was close to the idea. See, and I'm still on the fence about it, you know.
So would this be a relationship where sex would not be a part of it?
Right, and that's why I like him, because he keeps telling me that he loves me for me, and, you know, he's not expecting anything from me except...
Do you touch him? Do you hug him?
I hug him, yeah.
But you still think men are contaminated?
I have OCD, and I always will.
I'm down with OCD. Yeah, you know me. Remarkable as this sounds, Peggy has a male gynecologist in a flak suit with a helmet, face mask, asbestos gloves, barbecue tongs. It's a tough gig, Tom. Yeah, tongs. You know what I mean. Friday on Lisa, look at me now makeovers. When the show's Emmy-winning style experts get done, guests will need putty knives to scrape off the glamour. Tomorrow on Talk Soup, foreplay with 4 players.
Fidel loves Gina.
I love you
He truly loves her. And he accepts it. Why can't you?
Oh, he's too close-minded for you, baby. You need someone who wallows in this stuff every day. Someone like the kid. Huh? You know where to find me. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure where you get off telling him, oh, I demand that you marry me.
The alligator girl straight from the Nile.
Oh, my God.
so much fun into 30 minutes? The old-fashioned way. We force it. I'm John Henson. Welcome to Talk Soup. Hey, we got an unusual bit of mail from Carla Arnsdorf of Seattle, Washington. Look at this eerie collage that she sent me. Check this thing out, man. Putting a little bit of work into this, and then pushing over here, I think you'll see floating around little extra letters left over from the ransom note, I guess, that she had. Take a look at this thing, man. Look at the amount of man-hours that went into creating this. I think Ted Kaczynski had something like this in his shack shortly before he was caught. Made this for his mom in an arts and crafts thing. His had a little uncooked macaroni glued to it, and
that's always
well,
nice.
That's why he got the check plus. Coming up, a desperate woman tries to shame her boyfriend into proposing. The alligator girl terrorizes the Ozarks. Plus, Montel digs an imaginary tunnel to China. Oh, boy. Yeah. Been under a lot of stress lately. Too much bingo bango. First up, Jackie is 5 months pregnant with Darren's baby. They plan on getting married. First, though, Jackie has some things she needs to get off her chest. Turns out she's been sleeping around with her best friend Gina, and frankly, she doesn't want the fun to stop. In this Jerry highlight, Darren meets Gina and her boyfriend Cadell.
Now I understand why every time I come home working a hard day's work that you ain't there, because you're spending time with her. It's awful sickening when you spend more time with her than you do your own soon-to-be husband.
Cadell loves Gina.
I love you too.
He truly loves her, and he accepts it. Why can't you?
Guess what, Dana? Take them both, buddy. She's all yours. Cadell?
Well. I do want to say I do love my fiance very much, and but this is still a form of cheating, and it's not being faithful to me.
No, it's not, but it is two chicks having sex. Let's not lose sight of the bigger picture here, okay? Priorities, people. Monday on Jerry, guests will give their boyfriends an ultimatum. Quit your sleazy job or lose me. Tune in as a gigolo is forced to choose between the love of his gal or hustling his ass for $1.
That's a problem.
It's a bargain, is what it is. That ugly old wastebasket may just be an ugly old wastebasket to you, but to Steve Lyons, it's a beautiful Art Deco lamp. Steve's a low-income makeover specialist who takes cheap crap and turns it into something special. Cool. Hence the term specialist. In this Sally clip, Lyons demonstrates his expertise.
This is called a Hurricane Wastebasket. At Crate and Barrel on sale for $17.
$17?
This is a drinking glass out of plastic.
Okay.
Drill a hole in it. Take a socket with some wire. Screw the bulb in the socket. Put it through the hole.
This is unbelievable.
Okay.
Okay, first question. Is the heat from the light bulb going to melt the plastic?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
And if you're worried about it, put it on a dimmer switch.
Dimmer switch.
Okay? Makes the bulb last 10 times longer. You'll never have to replace the bulb.
Okay.
And with a hot gluer, I would just glue it like that.
Lamp?
Not yet.
Not yet? Looked like a lamp to me. What do you mean, no, not yet? Lamp. Big lamp. Huge lamp.
Floor lamp.
Floor lamp.
God, wow! Here's a tip. Why not just buy a lamp? I mean, I don't mean to steal any thunder from low-income makeover specialist Steve Lyons, but a lamp is like $5. The glue gun alone is going to cost you $20.
But Johnny's a specialist.
He is a specialist, Tom. I don't mean to tamper with his specialicity. Monday on Sally, hidden cameras catch cheating husbands in the act. One gal hired a beautiful decoy and was heartbroken when her husband actually flirted with a babe. Come on, lady, what do you expect? He's got blood in his veins, doesn't he? If he is cut, doth he not bleed? Actor Gary Sinise is currently squaring off with Nicolas Cage in the movie Snake Eyes. But before he got his big break, Gary worked at the Steppenwolf Theater Company in Chi-Town. He starred in their acclaimed production of The Grapes of Wrath, and during one performance, acting legend Katharine Hepburn was in the audience. In this Conan clip, Gary reveals what happened during an unexpected ad-lib.
And Jim Casey, the Reverend Casey, played by one of my best friends who shall be nameless, he says, no, don't. You don't know what you're doing. And he's trying to talk him out of it.
Mm-hmm.
They've got clubs and everything. And they're going to kill him. And they hit him in the head. And he falls down center stage, 5 feet away from Katharine Hepburn, falls down, dead. And how do I say this nicely? He emits a gastric kind of loud, explosive type thing.
There is a word for that, but I don't remember what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a death fart. Yeah. There you go. Nice. It happened. Yeah. It happened. So he falls over at that moment. This happens.
Gigantic death fart. He's laying on the ground. And, of course, all the vigilantes are standing over him, shaking, laughing. He's down there on the floor, laughing like this. And I swear to God, from the audience 2 feet away, you hear, oh, my God.
Hey, ease up, Kate. As Shakespeare once said, ill blows the wind that profits nobody. Well, thank you. Sure. Expecting a fart joke out of little culture. Sorry to disappoint. Monday on Late Night, Conan laughs and scratches with Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie will gab about her talk show success and her new baby. Don't get your panties in a bunch. We got more highlights headed your way. Montel grills a girl suspected of cheating on her boyfriend. Plus, a tattoo freak flashes a bad boy. But first, all the fun of fishing, minus the great outdoors and those pesky fish.
When you see a fish on that screen up there, you pull, like you try to tug, and there it is, hook the fish. Okay, now look at this.
I'm touching my nipple. Oh, yeah. Big Daddy, who's your mama? Who's your mama?
You are. You're my mama.
Why'd you hang up?
I don't know. I guess she had another nipple to touch. You can only put that phone down to get the other one. Makes sense to me. What do I know? Hey, I wonder what newfangled gadget will be crowned Crook and Chase's Toy of the Year. That's what all the kids want to know. Will it be the new Game Boy? Or the Titanic board game? Or will it be the fishing pole video game known as Real Fishin'? Up next, Charlie Chase demonstrates its pleasure-inducing properties.
What we have here is, I think this is called Real Fishing, R-E-E-L Fishing. It's one of these toys that, the kids are going to be testing now, and it could be a hot toy this summer. What you do, or this Christmas, rather, cast, listen.
Listen.
Okay. Now you start reeling in, and when you see a fish on that screen up there, you pull, like you try to tug, and there it is, hook the fish. Okay, now look at this.
I want to tell you, I'm not kidding. This has kept him busy for hours this morning already.
Yeah.
He's just been sitting in his dressing room doing this.
What do you think of this? Oh, man, I lost him. Jason.
Oh, because I was talking, sorry.
Yeah, well, you can't fish real good when somebody's talking.
Yeah, shut up, Lori-Ann. Can't you see Charlie's playing with his fishing toy? Jeez, man. Monday, Crook and Chase welcome the precious little Justin Miller. The kid chef will cook up some tasty victuals and then he'll play with that fishing toy. 27-year-old Yolanda would really like to get married to her boyfriend, Richard. She says he's gotten cold feet and has a fear of commitment. Of course, his reluctance might have something to do with the fact that he's only 17. That can pose a problem legally, especially when you're not from the South. Let's see what Mother Love has to say.
Did you know that he was 15 when you were dating? Because I'm paying attention to the conversation. You said you've been dating him for 2 years.
We weren't dating.
When did you start dating? And you know when I'm saying dating?
Yeah, like dating.
Yeah, dating.
It was in March. March of this year.
You know, y'all laughing and joking and everything, and I really do not mean to make light of this. This is somebody's child you're talking about.
True.
This is not a man. He's not ready. I'm just trying to figure where you get off telling him, oh, I demand that you marry me. When? Demand that he marry you when he becomes a legal adult and he can make a commitment like that?
True. I am not, when I said I demanded,
hold it, let her
when
talk.
I said I demanded a wedding date, it doesn't mean now. It could be 2010. It could be. I just want a wedding date.
Wait a minute, but in the beginning, did anybody hear her say, if he doesn't say when the wedding date is, I'm through?
Him by itself.
You is this your dress that you're gonna wear?
Yes.
And you think that dress gonna be in style in 2010, or you gonna buy a new one?
Come on, he's 17 years old. He can't get married. What's his bachelor party gonna be like? It's just a bunch of kids sitting around making prank calls, surfing Cinemax, waiting for a nude scene, you know what I mean? Playing with my real fishing rod. Sounds a lot like my life. Yeah. Monday on Forgive or Forget, a woman will apologize to her 2 daughters for not being a good mother. The kids are miffed because Ma never made those Rice Krispie squares. Oh, that is bad. They're not hard at all. Yeah. Lisa is attracted to the bad boy Dennis Leary type, as opposed to the goofy boy John Henson type. In any event, Lisa lifted up her skirt at bad boy coworker, and instead of being impressed, he got freaked out. That's not a good sign. Perhaps the Loveline guys can get her out of this pickle.
There are certain things that you're doing that are not appropriate for work.
I want to know what I can correct that. How can I correct that at work? Because now he won't even look at me, and it's real tense, and I just want to be able to.
Well, is he so? Mr. Chain-Smoking Brooder is offended that he saw your little Speedy Gonzales
It's
that you
Garfield.
had?
It's Garfield, actually.
Oh, Garfield. I knew it was something animated.
Yeah.
I mean, is his sensibilities that delicate, this Dennis Leary guy?
He's not your boss, is he?
No,
he's a coworker.
no, just a coworker.
Is it somebody you have to see every day?
Yes.
All right, but it's probably best that you don't start up with a guy you work with anyway.
Right.
So maybe the
Saying.
fact that he's been...
Is there anything I can do to correct it, sort of put it on a more
how about you
professional level?
tattoo I'm sorry on your ass?
Whoa. I think we're all missing the point here. I mean, what about the real victim in this situation, huh? I mean, Garfield is trapped on that woman's ass. Oh, no. That can't be pleasant. You saw the way your coworker reacted, huh? You like to be on an ass like that, Tom? No, I don't think so. Well, you know.
I gotta go.
Give me a call. Monday on Loveline, Dr. Drew and Adam make some room on the couch for Lisa Nicole Carson. The actress can be seen on both Ally McBeal and ER. And apparently she still finds time to have sex. Still to come on this mighty satisfying edition of The Soup, a young woman claims she's never seen a condom before. Yeah, right. And my name's Joe Dickel. And straight ahead, Dolly Parton introduces us to the alligator girl. Would you believe she's a blood relative of the country legend? Like outpatient care with a remote. This is Talk Soup. I'm John Henson.
Flatline.
Get that cadaver out of here. For 13 years, Dollywood has been thrilling tourists. Theme park fans get a kick out of the rides, while young males enjoy the ubiquitous photos of Dolly Parton's enormous breasts. Something for the whole family there. But what is Dolly's favorite theme park memory, huh? That's what the View gals want to know.
When I was a kid, we grew up way back in the mountains, as Barbara had mentioned earlier, and so the county would take all of us little country kids down to the county fair. First time I ever got to go. And so I was so fascinated with all of it, but they had the side shows. They had what they called the alligator girl straight from the Nile. Mm-hmm. Well, of course, I had to go see that because they had this picture out there and this girl, this wild girl. So I go in. Come find out, I had this teenage cousin that was always running away from home with every Fuller Brush man she'd run off. Every holy roller preacher that would come around for the revival, she'd be gone. So she'd been gone forever. And everybody thought she'd just left for good. So I go in to see the alligator girl straight from the Nile. I look in this big tank. There's my cousin. So she had run away with the carnival the year before. So So anyway, her father, seriously. So I said, Gracie, it's me. And she just kept swimming. And she had all this straight from the Nile with this chipped red polish on her nails and toes, straight from the Nile. But anyway, my uncle found out she was there, and he comes and drags her out of the tank, throws her in the pickup truck, and takes her home. So I had a major memory of that.
Dolly Parton recently celebrated the 13th anniversary of Dollywood, which I believe is one of the signs of the apocalypse. Monday on The View, the gals welcome another big-time celebrity guest. We'll tell you that person's name, but you know, then you'd be mad at us for spoiling the surprise.
Big surprise.
Yeah, big surprise. It seems like just yesterday we were enjoying the antics of young Fred Savage on The Wonder Years. Now the little scamp is all grown up with a new show called Working, but he's just as mischievous as ever. Recently, he crashed a graduation ceremony at Stanford. The crazy frat boy was 17 credits shy of graduating, but he was dying to meet commencement speaker Ted Koppel. Here he is telling Jay Leno what happened.
We take these seats like right on the aisle, like I was in a fraternity at school, so we all kind of sit on the aisle. And there's this huge, procession coming down. It's like Stanford Stadium, like 60,000 people in the stands, like 20,000 people graduating. And the graduate students and professors all march down, and the last people in the processional are this, some student holding the school seal.
Right.
And Ted Koppel is the speaker, and the president of the university, Gerhard Casper.
Right.
So everyone's got our cameras, and I'm thinking, like, yeah, I should get a picture of these guys. That'd be kind of cool. So I turn to my friend Charles. I'm like, Charles, hold on to this camera, He's like, what are you going to do? I'm like, oh, just be ready, okay? So they walk by me, and I kind of elbow through a bunch of people, and jump between them, because they got to get to the podium.
Right.
But I kind of jump in between them, like, hey, guys, we're going to take a picture, okay? 1, 2, 3. And my friend took a picture of the three of us.
You and
on the way in.
And you have the picture?
And I have the picture.
Oh, is that what that is there? Let me see. I didn't see this.
Yeah.
This is you?
This is my picture. Yeah. I was very excited.
But look at Ted Koppel looks like he's being attacked. Look at that.
That's me. Okay, that's me. I'm happy to be there. I'm like, woo! Ted Koppel!
Hey, great story. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Kids love Koppel. He's bigger than the Beastie Boys. It's got to be the hair or the nipple ring. He's got one. Trust me, I know. Monday on The Tonight Show, Jay welcomes former talk show rival Arsenio Hall. Hall has no projects in the works. He's just really glad Jay is the forgiving type. Coming up after the break, it's our soup of the day. Detective Montel will try to uncover the mystery of the open condom wrapper.
Why do you have a box of condoms if you know your boyfriend's not going to use them and you're never going to use them?
Because
Throw
I
them away.
bought them not knowing he wasn't going to use them.
Why would you buy
I
them?
didn't want.
Back for more soupage, I'm John Henson. Fred thinks his girlfriend Christy may be getting some action on the side. He started getting suspicious when he found mysterious stains on the bed and couch. Cigarette wrappers in the bedroom and a used-looking condom in the bathroom. My, that does sound suspicious. In this Montel clip, Christy talks about the case of the open condoms.
Why do you have a box of condoms if you know your boyfriend's not going to use them and you're never going to use them?
Because
Throw them away.
I bought them not knowing he wasn't going to use them.
Why would you buy them?
Why would you
Because
buy
I
them?
didn't want to get pregnant.
Why'd you get out birth control then?
Stop for a second. You're talking yourself into a hole, Christy. Why? And this hole's getting deep, I'm telling you. It's like you
I
got
understand.
Okay? Let's go back to the first question.
Understand.
You got a box of condoms because you were off birth control.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Well, you found out he wasn't going to use them. Correct?
Yes.
So 9 months go by, he's never used one of them. So the box should have still been closed.
Didn't know it was open when my mom brought it over. Remember when she brought? I moved to my mom's house. I moved to my mother's house for about a week.
I thought you said you bought the box of condoms.
Well, I did, but I took everything out of his house, took it to my mother's.
9 months in the relationship, you had a box of condoms for 9 months, and you just decided 2 nights ago to find out what a condom looks like? I'm still digging right now.
it's not the stains or the cigarette butts or the used condoms. I think it's the naked man on the couch that Fred's worried about. He's starting to put two and two together.
He's bright.
Somebody has some splaining to do. Monday on Montel, meet mothers who are upset because their daughters are dating felons. They think the convicted robbers and attempted murderers could possibly be a bad influence. Well, yeah. Tomorrow on the weekend edition of Talk Soup, a wedding proposal turns into a free-for-all.
Kenny, what do you want to say?
Well,
Yeah, get some! Well, that about pulls the plug on this edition of Talk Soup. I'm John Henson, reminding you that noise pollution is everybody's problem. So shut the hell up, would you? Until next time, so long, sports fans.